Taxes on crypto are quietly eating your portfolio alive, and most people have no idea it's happening until it's too late. We're talking about a scenario where you can do everything right on the trading side and still lose 30, 40, even 50% of your gains to the IRS without a single bad trade. The catalyst here isn't bad luck, it's structure, or more precisely, the complete absence of it. Most crypto holders treat their portfolio like a shoebox full of receipts, tossing assets in without any thought to cost basis, holding periods, or entity optimization. Think of it like driving a car with no GPS and no mirrors. You might be moving fast, but you have no idea what's behind you or where you're headed. The macroeconomic backdrop makes this even more urgent because regulators are no longer looking the other way while billions of dollars flow through wallets with zero tax strategy. There was a time, not long ago, when the crypto community genuinely believed decentralization would make taxes irrelevant. That was adorably naive. Those headlines about tax-free crypto and offshore loopholes have mostly aged like milk, and the IRS now has more blockchain analytics tools than most people realize. The psychological weight of this is real. Nobody wants to think about taxes when prices are pumping. But that emotional avoidance is exactly what creates massive, preventable liabilities. Even serious investors, people who read white papers for fun, will rationalize delay because restructuring feels complicated and confronting a tax bill feels worse. History shows us this pattern repeats across every asset class. The early adopters, who got rich in gold, in equities, in real estate, were ultimately separated from those who stayed rich by one thing: structure. The crypto cycle is no different, and the people quietly winning right now aren't necessarily the best traders, they're the best planners. The biggest misconception is that tax optimization in crypto is only for the ultra wealthy or somehow illegal. That is completely false. Tools like tax loss harvesting, long-term capital gains treatment, self-directed IRAs holding crypto, and even LLC or trust structures are available to everyday investors and are 100% legitimate. So here is how the restructuring actually works in practice. First, you audit every position for its holding period because assets held over 365 days qualify for long-term rates that can be dramatically lower than short-term rates. Second, you identify unrealized losses that can be harvested to offset gains, essentially letting the market's volatility work in your favor for once. Security is the other half of this equation that people completely ignore while obsessing over tax efficiency. What is the point of minimizing your tax bill if a single phishing attack wipes out the underlying asset? Cold storage, multi-signature wallets, and separating your vault holdings from your active trading wallet is non-negotiable at any meaningful portfolio size. The irony is that most people treat crypto like a savings account, but store it with less security than their Netflix password, and that contradiction should genuinely keep you up at night. Structuring holdings across hardware wallets with a documented recovery plan that your estate can actually execute is not paranoia, it is basic financial hygiene. From a process standpoint, discipline here means reviewing your tax position quarterly, not annually, in a panic on April 14th. The investors who do this consistently make better decisions because they are never surprised. Conviction about a specific coin matters far less than consistency in how you manage the overall structure around it. Position sizing is your greatest risk management tool, arguably more powerful than any stop loss or price target you can set. If a single asset restructuring event, a fork, a regulatory action, a wallet compromise can materially change your financial life, your sizing is wrong regardless of how bullish your thesis is. Philosophically, the goal isn't to predict the market, it's to build a system resilient enough that you can be wrong about timing and still come out ahead over a long enough horizon. Discipline, sizing, and consistency are the unsexy trinity that separate people who build lasting wealth from those who just have great stories about the peak. And honestly, whether crypto dominates the next decade or gets regulated into a corner, the structural habits you build now around taxes, security, and position management translate directly into every other asset class you will ever touch. You are not just optimizing a crypto portfolio. You are building the financial operating system you will run for the rest of your life. If any of this has you thinking about how these principles apply beyond crypto into real estate, contracting projects, or finding the right lenders to scale your investments, check out our links in the description below and let's figure out your next move together.